What is up, everybody? Mr. McBonkers here. Today we're going to be doing a photo manipulation together of this breaching whale inside of this light bulb. Don't worry, it's easier than it looks. Alright, so we have our background right here. Let's go ahead and unlock that and duplicate it just to be safe. Now let's import our light bulb. Where is light bulb? There we go. Bring that sucker in there. Hit enter. Now it brought it in, looks like, as a smart object already, which is good. So we can scale it back up if we need to. It's a little bigger than we need. Let's go ahead and scale it down a little bit. Now let's go ahead and get rid of the white background in it. Let's see how the magic wand tool does at first. Not great. Alright, that's a lot better. Brought down the tolerance down to 5. So let's go ahead and hit mask right here on this layer. Now it took out the center, so let's go ahead and hit Command I on a Mac. And there we go, brings out the light bulb. Because of the white background, the magic wand tool actually did pretty well. Usually it does not do well, especially when you have a complicated background. Alright, so let's go ahead and bring in our whale image. Let's go ahead and bring the opacity down a little bit so we can kind of see where it's going to be placed within the bulb. That looks pretty good. Right about there. Okay. Let's go with that. Bring the opacity back up. We're going to add a layer mask to this. And I'm going to use the brush tool to pretty much cut him out. I'd rather not use a tool like the magic wand tool. As there's so many blues in here, it would probably be really hard to do so. So I'm gonna basically cut the whale out plus that little white water right here. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Alright, so now we have all we need from that photo. So I have another image of some water that I'm going to bring in here. Some clear water. Let's go change the opacity just so I can see what we're doing here. That actually seems to be about what I want. Or about the size I want. Bring the opacity back. Add a mask. Let me just go ahead and mask it all away real quick. And instead I'll bring it in. Just about to where he breaches the water. Now I just need to get rid of this little bit here. Oops. Alright. There we go. So now I need to take away a little bit more right here. Whoopsies. There we go. Bring back some of that splash that he's creating. Oh yeah, it looks pretty good. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of the little light up part that's in the light bulb. Excuse me, I don't know what it's called. So let's go ahead and duplicate the light bulb layer. let's just go ahead and rasterize this one. We'll keep this one, we'll hide it for now. And let's go into spot healing brush. Let's try the spot healing brush. Okay, so I got rid of most of it. There's still some right here. Let's go ahead and click on that again. Nope, didn't work. Okay, so let's go ahead and get the healing brush tool, which samples. And we'll hold down Option, and that's what we sample from. And click, and there we go. We'll sample from here, click, and there we go. So now we got that part out of there. Let's go ahead and add a drop shadow. Let's get an oval or ellipse. Let's say about there. Fill it with black. It's already filled with black. We'll put it underneath the light bulb layer. We'll go up to Filter, Blur, and we'll add a Gaussian blur. Go ahead and convert to Smart Object. That actually looks perfect. You can move it to adjust the kind of feather around it, the blur. That's a little too much, I think. That looks fine. Let's go ahead and go with it. And now I want to be able to see this wall behind the light bulb. So this part of the light bulb looks see-through, so I can see this. So let's grab that light bulb layer that we had here. We'll grab the mask of it. And I'm going to get a brush. I'm going to make it about yay big, but dramatically decrease the hardness. Let's make it a little bit bigger, and then just click once, see how it looks. So it's starting to come through, which is good. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. Click again, clicking. I'm gonna move it around a little bit. Okay, there we go. So we're able to see the texture through the light bulb, which is great. It gives a glass, more of a glass feeling. I think another thing I need to do is that I would like some sort of hint of a tail underneath the water. I don't have an image of the tail, so I'm going to basically make this up. Let's get the pen tool with a black fill, and let's just make like the basic shape of a tail, a whale's tail. Alright, so let's go ahead and add another Gaussian blur to this one. Blur, Gaussian blur. Doesn't have to be perfect. Let's bring it down a little bit though, so it still keeps the basic idea of a tail. And let's go ahead and shift it over a little bit so it lines up with the body of the whale. And let's increase the size a little bit. About yay big. We'll put it right about, yeah, I'll put it right about there. And let's go right down here to opacity, and we'll bring it down. A little too much maybe. Right about there. Right about there. Just move it up a tad bit. We can leave it right there. So yeah, it just gives the impression that there is a tail over there, but because of the water you can really just see kind of a blurred version of it. And it wasn't really hard to do that. And well, this seems to conclude it. I told you it wouldn't be that hard. Just a lot of masking is basically it. Thank you for joining me. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button if you would. It would be much appreciated. Until next time, guys.